Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? We are back for Celebrity Skin Talk Series 4. Wow. I hope everyone's doing good. Whoever's joining now or be watching this later. But I have an incredible guest on today, Gemma, and we've been planning this for a long time. So I'm so happy. She's my first episode for Series 4, and it's going to be an incredible one. And I think she has joined the room already. Yes. I don't know, did that work?
Hello?
Hello.
I did it!
I was thinking, just come on. I don't know, but yeah, we got it.
Technology scares me badly, but I'm proud of myself. I joined Instagram Live. I am so down with the kids. How are you, my love?
I'm good. What, is this your first ever Instagram Live right now?
No, I think I've done maybe 2.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
2.
So I'm your third.
And one of them I tried to do with my mum, and it was absolute carnage, so we didn't do it for a long time.
We leave that. Oh, well, a third time on the fifth, so it's good. Yeah. And I'm so happy.
Third time's a charm.
We were talking about you coming on the last series, and I know you were busy, so I'm so happy you're my first one for this one. So, yes.
Thank you, lovely. I'm not going to lie, I'm in my pyjamas and I've got a gin and tonic, so away we go.
I saw your tweet, so yeah, I don't blame it. I got a bit early tomorrow, so there's no alcohol for me today, but tomorrow it will be. Thank God.
Well done, you. Can you hear me and see me and everything's all right? You're okay?
Yeah. How's your day been anyway, my love? Have you been all right? I mean, you travelled a bit, didn't you?
Yes, it's been a bit of a crazy one. I was in Hull on Monday, Tuesday, so I came back from Hull today on the train, and then just running around trying to sort things out. Went to get Ruby, my little dog, who's just here beside me. Say hi, Rubes.
I know, I was so cute. Oh gosh, yeah.
So I went to get Rubes and then put the washing in, did this, that and the other, and then I was like, right, pyjamas, gin and tonic, Get ready, here we go.
Here we go. Oh, good. It's a good day. But let's jump into it, Hen, man. Let's go for skincare. Are you into it, or are you like not into it? Because people surprise me sometimes.
Massively into it. From a place of massively not being into it. I was the girl who would sleep in hair makeup, and if I could get away with it, I would still be wearing the eye makeup from the night before. Like, I was hideous. Especially, hello darling, love you. Especially when I was very fortunate to get my makeup and hair done. Like, I never forget going to the British Soap Awards, and I had my hair and makeup done. I had a stream of interviews the next day, and I literally slept on my back like that without touching my face, and then just woke up. So now, I think because I'm getting older, I've really seen my skin start to change. Like, you think like in your 20s and 30s you're invincible, but then as you start to, for me, as I hit 35, I was like, ooh, maybe I'm not. So like now I have a really I can't sleep with makeup on. You know, I do my toning, my cleansing, my serums, my moisturizers every morning and every night. So excuse me, my dog's just getting comfy. So yeah, I am massively into skin.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I think everyone is into like sleeping with a mate. I think people's done that in their lives, right? But I always remember like just waking up, because normally it's when I get in from an event, that's when it's just so late. And obviously that awards like late, and I don't blame you. But
it's a discipline, isn't it? To gear up the energy to do all of that. But I do now, and I'm quite proud of myself.
Yeah, good. But then I just always remember like waking up and just feeling really dry. Like, I remember my skin so dry, thinking, I need to wash it right now. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and then so what was the turning curve? Mid-30s, was it? Is that now when you thought, right?
Yeah, I reckon it was mid-30s. And also, I think during lockdown and COVID, like, that was when my skin really started to like suffer, and I felt like I aged like 10 years during COVID. I think we all felt like we
Yeah.
did. But that was when actually, got it, comfy rooms. Actually, for the first time, I actually had time to stop and sort of take a little bit more pride in my self-care routine, because before COVID, I was like, I was out all the time, or I was out working, or I was like in Soho, like bouncing around. Whereas COVID really sort of made me stop and think about me for a change. So I think it was that point where I started to go, right, self-care is so important right now.
Yeah, that is important. Yeah, and I always have that time, like a good. Because I was gonna ask you, like, your wind down time. Do you have like a day, like one day or a couple of hours at some evening, or even could be a morning, like anytime when you're
Mm.
really
I
to
used
have.
to be really bad at taking time out. Like I was that girl who, or that person who was like every hour of the day needed to be filled. Like, and I felt like if I stopped, that was a bad thing. And I think that stemmed from, like, I don't know if people know, but like I had a really severe eating disorder for like 13 years from the age of 10. And I spent a lot of my life and adolescent years in hospitals, on bed rest, in units. So I felt like as soon as I got better and recovered, that not doing something was lazy, or it would take me back and trigger that time when I wasn't allowed to get out of bed. So like I never stopped, but to the point where it was like my quality of life, I've gone through all of that awful stuff with the eating disorder, I've got better, and yet then I was punishing myself again. So I really had to like reassess and take stock. And now, like, I will absolutely, on a Saturday, like, we go and have a really long walk, me and Ruby. Before I used to work all day. Now we stop, I put a film on and we cuddle on the settee, or I will go and have a massage. Like, I will prioritise.
Yeah.
I will go and get my nails done. Like, I never used to do that. So I always make sure that I have, especially at the weekend, my boundaries are in place, and I don't look at the emails because I'm a CEO of a charity as well. I try not to look at the emails, and I make sure that I take that time out, because otherwise, Scott, it's like, it's counterintuitive. Like, if you don't have that break, you never, how do you ever keep going? You're not going to, you can't just fire on all cylinders all the time. That's when we get burnout. So yeah, I do take time out.
Yeah, and it is important to literally. I think I kind of like my friends and family know like when mine is like I always make like on what Sunday's normally my day to really have like a good old scrub and just face mask day, like, and just recharge and rewind and like don't go on my
Yeah.
phone, like it's my break, so if people don't hear from me for like an hour or two, that's why. And I think
Nice.
it's just good for the brain, just to
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, and these new ideas will pop in my head then when I'm like in
Yeah.
this, I'm like, no, stop.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean, don't you? Like your creative
Yeah.
mind then when you kind of stop and wind down a bit.
Well,
Uh,
I never sleep. My sleeping pattern is
oh.
horrendous. Like, but that's because like I get to bed and I'm like, oh, and that, and that, and that, and that. And I'm just like, oh, shut up.
Do you know what? When I when for this show, I actually made this show or created the show when I was in a bath, chilling, and I thought, and this is back in 2020. This is September 2020. This is when like
Wow.
one come out, and I'm thinking I want to just make skincare show with celebs, and let's just talk all about skincare and life
Yeah.
and everything. And here we are,
Here we are.
down the line. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, and I was in the bath at that time having a Lush bath bomb. It's
Nice.
happened.
Nice.
It happened. But sleep is important, but I know what you mean. Like it's hard sometimes to switch off, and especially with your job, you have to do so long hours.
Mm,
I get,
yeah.
I get. But I wanted to say as well, though, because you, and I'm so proud of you, you did quit smoking.
Yes.
You said it's
Yeah.
18 months now, haven't it? 18. Am I saying that right?
Yeah. 18 months ago.
Good. How are you feeling?
The difference. I honestly, the difference is unreal. I smoked from the age of 14. So to quit at 38, what's the math? Like 20, 24 years I've
Yeah.
smoked. Is that right? 14, 24, 34, yeah, 14 years. 24 years I have smoked. Like, and it came about because my teeth were really they were really, really bad. Again, the legacy of past eating disorder. And what was happening was, even though they looked good because I had crowns on them, the teeth, the stumps underneath were starting to break because the dentist who had done it years ago had put them onto rotting teeth, which I don't think he knew. I mean, God, how do we ever know? But anyway, long story short, I had to have major dental surgery, and that was on July 16th, 2022. And I remember walking down the street with Dad because he had to take me and pick me up because I was sedated, and it was a horrible experience. However, I remember smoking 3 cigarettes on that one street, just going, and then I had my last puff, and that was it. And I didn't vape, I didn't do nicotine, because in my head I was like, right, I had just literally lost all of my top teeth. I would be so stupid to then damage them again through nicotine. But equally, like, the lines around my mouth, like when you might see it on smokers, like the wrinkles, like it started to become really prominent. My skin was becoming really dry and dehydrated, and I was just like, do you know what? I haven't come this far to just come this far. I want to like thrive and feel confident. And the difference in it, and since I've not smoked, has been amazing. And as I say, I've not vaped, I've not done nicotine patches or anything. I've just done it by sheer willpower. And yeah, I'm quite proud of myself, actually.
Do you know what? It's a hard thing to do. Hard thing to do, yeah. Because I used to as well back in the day, but just because it was like a school thing, it wasn't really. It was deep. Like, it was a different world, because I'm in my 30s as well. So,
like a Marlboro was like, you used to be able to get 10s, and it was like £2, and you'd be behind the youth club having a little ciggy, and it just wasn't. And also, I don't think it was as well understood about the ramifications of smoking as well, of course, with lung cancer and all the horrible bits that go with it. So yeah, there is no smoking for me anymore, which is great.
Because I remember a girlfriend that she quit smoking, but she like substituted it for something else. So the money she would have paid for cigarettes. Have you done something like hers? I remember hers was getting her nails done, actually. She said,
Right.
I'll have her nails done because I'm not spending out on so much money. Like, have you
Mine was my teeth.
Huh?
My teeth, paying off my teeth, yeah. So I did a payment plan, and it worked out that I would spend £350 a month on cigarettes, right?
Right.
And my payment plan for the teeth was £350 a month. So that in my head, that was like, right, that's my driver. That's what it goes towards. So yeah, I do that. But equally, like you say, like even like on top of that, just treating myself every now and again to get my nails done, or even just getting my eyebrows done, or getting a facial. Like, absolutely, I'll take that all day long, as opposed to a quick fix.
Yeah. And then for your skin wise, have you saw like a massive improvement since over the 18 months as well, have you?
Oh my God, like massive, like huge. I mean, I'm probably jumping the gun a little bit, but it sounds like my life's really dramatic. But just before I had my teeth done, I had serious kidney failure as well. So I went into hospital and I nearly died on 8% kidney function. So I was severely dehydrated because I had a rare kidney disease. So I think that, on top of then not smoking, on top of then making sure I have to drink like 2.5 litres of water a day, it's just like, out of all these hardships and horrible things, my whole body has changed, and skin has changed, and outlook has changed. And I know, like, people bang on about like well-being and healthy living, and look, I'm sat here drinking a gin and tonic. It doesn't mean that you have to be like living like a nun. But looking after yourself, it is so important, and that's why I always bang on about the importance of making sure your mental health is on par with your physical health, because they are both the same level of priority.
Yeah. God, I'd love a glass of wine. I would be with you right now drinking something, but I'll send you a photo tomorrow when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Just see I am not. I'm on it. Yeah, I'm off. Yeah, so I'll show you that. But it's important though as well, and I know what you mean as well. When I've got older, like my skin's completely changed when I was in my teens. I'm like even into my mid
Yeah.
20s. You know, it's complete. So I
And
know what you mean.
it's scary a bit, isn't it? It's scary. Like I'm 40 this year, and I'm sort of going, "Oh my, like what?" Ah! But then you kind of go, "Well, do you know what? That's part and parcel." And I kind of think I look better than I did in my 20s. In
Yeah,
all honesty,
I believe that. I think when we all get older, we just look much better. You know,
yeah.
you were glowing, by the way. You look amazing. Just
Oh, thank you. It's probably because I'm like oily.
I don't know about it's the lights in it. You know, it's the lights.
But
Um,
thank you so
you are-
much. That's really sweet.
what's your plans for your 40th before we go on to the next topic? You got
I
anything?
am so scrambled. I don't know. Like in my head, I'm like, I want to go on holiday. I want to have experiences. Do I want a big party? I don't think I do because I don't think my anxiety could deal with it. Like that, that thing of like
Yeah.
you have to plan it and then get everybody to like um come, and then what if they don't come? Like, oh God, birthday parties. Just like how many people drop out on the day? By the way.
Yes. Yeah.
And I just don't know if I can deal with that anxiety. So in my head, I'm thinking of like doing different experiences with different groups of friends. Like for instance, my best mate's back in Hull, me, Emma and Katie, we're going to see Take That in Leeds
Ah,
in April, just because my birthday is May the 8th. So we're doing that. Me, mum and dad, we're thinking of going away like June for a really nice holiday together, potentially with one of my best mates. And then I'm going away with the girls, hopefully in like September, October. And then I might have a little Ibiza. I'm just trying to like do lots of
little.
like different things as opposed to she says this, you watch, you'll see my Instagram in like in 3 months' time going, she's gone and had a massive 40th, hasn't she? She's gone and done it. But yeah, I'm
What
kind of like
are
wanting
you?
to have
What
experiences.
date is it? What date?
May the 8th.
Oh my God, I made the 10th.
No way!
Yeah. Oh God.
Taurus the bull.
Yeah, yeah. The Taurus, I
How
love that. It's just a
old are
little bit
you? And we're allowed
fun.
to start.
Um, I'm
Uh,
get so
how old are you?
um, I'm gonna be 37 this year.
Oh, you're a baby.
Not really.
Bambina.
Just 3 years.
Love it. 3 years. I love it. I love it. How weird. I
But
love
get a
that.
Soho dated. If you like a bit of Soho, I mean,
Oh,
yeah, I'm
yes, please.
got a bit of Soho. But Han, tell me now about the career side of things now, because we
Mm-hmm.
all know you from playing Rachel and Emmerdale. How
Yeah.
was that experience? Because you were on there for how many years? For 5? Longer?
5 years. Yeah, it was life changing. Like
Mm?
I I'd gone from like my last therapy session for my eating disorder at the age of like 23. By 24, I was at drama school, and by 25, 26, I was in Emmerdale. Like it was just like, which was a show that I watched in hospital all those years. And yeah, it was like it was the beginning of my life, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I get you.
And although it was a scary, crazy world, it definitely was the making of me. I learned so much. Somebody just said, "Would you ever consider going on I'm a Celeb?" We'll get to that in a minute. I learned so much. But like my character's like she died last year. You know, I was killed off screen.
Oh,
Yeah. So like Rachel's gone, but I will hold Emmerdale so dear to my heart. Like I still speak to all of my on-screen family. I have massive love for the cast and the crew. One of my best friends, Adam Sales, is now writing the program. He was like an AD when I first started, assistant director.
yeah.
So yeah, I've got so much love for the show, massive.
Do you know what? Because I knew a guy who played. He did a bit of Emmerdale as well, but he just said, I think he isn't being killed off, but he's like such. you work so long, so many hours.
Oh
You
yeah,
have family, so I completely respect
yeah,
that. You know, miss them.
intense.
Yeah, and you miss them as well. Like I get it because you come in like in a bubble. I
Yeah,
find because I
yeah,
do like bubble
absolutely.
like horror, and we film, and then we cry for a week after, and then we just get back to normal life.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, oh, we
yeah.
because you live and breathe with them and eat with them and work with
I
them.
just
It's
had that with pantomime. I've just done pantomime at Bridlington Spa, and
mm,
like, oh my God, I couldn't even like when we did the rhyming couplets at the end of our last pantomime, I was in tears. Like, and you know, me and Ash like speak like we speak most days. He played the Beast and I played the Witch. Ian, who played the Dame, he's coming round next week.
oh,
Like, you become like a family, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know of panto. God, it's hard work though, isn't it? Panto. God, woo.
3 shows on Christmas Eve. I was like, what on earth is this?
Let's hope you.
But the payoff is seeing the kids. Like the kids love it, and
Yeah.
they're just screaming and laughing, and yeah, it's hard work, but it's great.
I always think, right, because I got offered panto for the December just gone, but I didn't do it just because something else come up. But how do
Right.
you even get your Christmas shopping done when you do because people 2 or 3 shows a day normally sometimes.
Well, you do it.
That's
And also bear in mind, I run a charity full time as well. So, like, I was doing, when we were in rehearsals, I was rehearsing all day. We saw you at Bridge, you spoke to me, my daughter, she loved it. Oh, yay! Hope your
oh
arm's better. Yes, it is. It's better. Thank you. Um, so I would do rehearsals in the day, and then I would work either at lunchtime or after rehearsals or in the morning to do emails and CEO duties. And then when we were doing performances, I would do my CEO role in between performances. So it was all a bit crazy. So what I did in the end, I mean, there's a lot to be said for online shopping.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I made sure I got mum and dad sorted, and what I do with my siblings and nieces and nephews, just because they're getting older now, I literally just get them vouchers. So I just got them all vouchers, and they're all happy with that because then they can get what they want.
Yeah.
So that's how I do. Like, gone are the days when I used to use all my boots points and troll around getting the 2 for 3 and
Yeah.
no, the 3 for 2.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the good old days. Oh, they are
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I wondered how you.
But somebody asked about the I'm a Celeb. But I actually got asked to do I'm a Celeb um,
Oh.
the year after I left Emmerdale, and I was on the reserve list. Maybe it was 2 years, and it was the year that Gemma. Oh God, what's her name from Cowie? Gemma
Oh, it wasn't Gemma.
Collins.
Ah.
It was the year that she was in it, and I was on reserve. And unfortunately, what happened was you all have to go through psych tests and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had this interview with this psychiatrist who said that if I went into the jungle and lost weight, I would become anorexic again. And I was like, no, that's not how it works. So anyway, it was a bit sad really, because like I just felt like I'd been discriminated against because I'd gone through something that was painful, but actually I'm probably one of the most resilient people you'll ever meet, and I'd be damn good in the jungle.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, but that was 8 years ago. So you never know. Like this, things might have changed a little bit. I think the conversation around mental health is a lot different,
Yeah.
and people are a lot more like open to that. But yeah, I was quite burned by that. I'm not going to lie, Scott. I've never told that story before. Oops.
No, but I
I did feel
like, kind
very angry about it, to be fair.
of like it kind of just singled you
Yeah,
out a bit. It just
I, I've gone through all of that. I'd fought to get better and for my recovery, and I'd proven myself in Emmerdale, in BBC Doctors. I'd gone to drama school. I was living my life, and there was somebody who had never met me telling ITV that I would categorically become anorexic again, which number one was like an insult, number two took away from my journey, and number three really showed me glaringly how these so-called health professionals have very little understanding of what eating disorders are or mental health issues in general. And I think that's probably what inspired me on to help people with eating disorders and mental health in general anyway. But yeah, that was not cool of that guy. But I'm still here and I'm still going. So there we go.
Amazing and thriving.
Thank you.
But then
Somebody's giving me a clap. Yay! Thank you, Karen.
But you never know. So like it might come around again, and yeah. Like you said.
I tell you what, I'd love to do. Strictly Come Dancing.
Oh yeah.
Now I can't dance for toffee. I can't. But I think that'd be good because you see a lot of them go on there and they can already dance. So wouldn't it be good to have like somebody who's got two left feet going on and trying to do the cha-cha-cha and thinking she's doing the samba? Do you know what I mean? It'd be great.
What about Dancing on Night? Have you done any of these shows, by the way? Just quickly. Have you done anything?
No.
Okay.
No, I've not done. I've done Celebrity Dinner Date and Celebrity Antiques Road Trip.
Oh yeah.
Celebrity Dinner Date. Oh my god.
I do enjoy. Do you know what? They are quite just a nice chill watch. I don't mind that show.
I mean I love doing it, but my dinner dates, the one that I chose, turned around and said he wasn't available to do it. To go on the date with me. So I had to choose somebody else. I mean, it was horrendous. I mean, that says everything for my love life, doesn't it?
They missed out. But I was surprised, like Dancing on Ice or Masked Singer. Like these are the two shows on right now and I'm loving. Because you can sing, right?
What? Well, apparently so. Like,
yeah.
I'm singing more and more, yeah.
Last week.
Say again.
Lorraine Kelly was in one last week.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm famous enough. I don't know.
Yeah, babe. You've made the UK so sweet, like yes, for a long time. So yeah. But carry on your acting for the moment.
Yes.
Bob, you did a bit of Corrie.
Yes.
Do you think what about that show? Do you think you might want to come back to that?
I would love to, but it's not up to me. I would absolutely love to go back to Corrie. I had an absolute lovely time, and I did it during COVID as well. So
it was harder.
It was harder, and it was still like the most amazing experience. I just felt at home there. But like, I don't think people realise like it's such a hard industry. It's not up to me. Like, even if I wanted to go back, like, all I can do as a human being is go on set, give my best and give my all. And then I always, after any gig that I do, I always email the producer and the director and thank them and share with them, like, you know, obviously I'd love to come back. I mean, obviously not always do I want to go back somewhere, but like with Corrie, I did that. I'm not precious or proud. Like, you know, I said to Ian McLeod and Verity that I'd love to come back. And, you know, I think it's all just about timing and storyline. I think like at that point I was linked to Tyrone and there was a big storyline going on with Fizz and Tyrone. So it's all about timing. But I don't know about you, but I believe in the power of the universe. And like, I just think what is meant for me won't pass me by.
Yeah, I believe that. And do you know when you said about like you email after, I did exactly the same. I did one with Casualty and like now the director from that episode. I was there for it was a very short scene, but you know that could be 3 days, and it was 3 days filming. Because it's like outdoorsy building site, and we was like strict on timing. Like being outdoors, and it was like kind of like the start of the year, so it was like gets dark quicker and all that.
Oh god, yeah, the elements.
I did the same.
Yeah.
Respectful because
it's so important. Like gratitude and kindness is like, for me, that's more powerful than money, than anything. Like being grateful daily. I always say there's a saying, I think it is, a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. And like, if you can wake up every morning and just be like grateful for being here, grateful for the opportunities, grateful for what life brings, like, what more can you do? You know, and the same with doctors. Like, I'm on Doctors again on Monday, so it's coming out on Monday. It's a totally different character to one that I played 13 years ago, would you believe? But like, I went on that set just as I would have done 13 years ago.
Like you.
Like, do you know what I
Oh, right,
mean?
okay. Yeah.
Like, I was still grateful to be there. It wasn't like, oh, I'm back again, like, oh, yawn. I was buzzing to get that gig. Like, absolutely so grateful to be back where it all started. Like, yeah, these people who get a little bit above the stations, well, not above the stations, I believe in self-belief, that's wrong. But these people who don't remember the grace and kindness and gratitude in their lives, they're the ones who end up maybe having everything but end up being so lonely and unhappy. So
Yeah.
I'll take my vision of life any day, really.
But was Doctors one of your first gig, like your first big stuff?
Yeah, I got Doctors within, I graduated in August and I got cast in Doctors in September.
Oh, wow.
So it was just like, it was, yeah, it was amazing. And I don't know if people have seen my Instagram, but I posted about it yesterday. And I actually, once I'd filmed it, I got a prescription from the doctor who had helped save my life over the years in Hull. And I wrote to about 100 casting directors and producers to ask them to watch it on this prescription, saying, your dose is January the 26th to watch Gemma Oaten as Sam Doyle in Doctors. Like, I was just like fearless. I was just like, let's do
Yeah.
this.
And what are we going to expect on, without giving any spoilers away, because I know it's on Monday.
Monday.
Yeah. What we're going to expect. It's not your return character, is it, from 13 years? No, it's different. Okay.
Oh my God. So what's so funny is it kind of links with what we're talking about now.
Oh.
Um, so I play Danny, and the title of the episode is The Larry Godmother. And it's basically a woman who is having a bit of a midlife crisis. And she's worried, like, she's lived her life, like, dating everyone, and she's been a casino and croupier, and like, she's used to wearing like stilettos and mini skirts, and like, she's 41 and she's fabulous. And all of a sudden, she starts getting like problems with her feet because she's been wearing these heels.
Oh.
And then she looks after her goddaughter at university, and basically her midlife crisis causes carnage. But it's a little bit like resonates with what we're talking about getting older and like looking at your skin going, oh my God. And yeah, so it's
Oh.
it's a really fun, silly episode. And yes, I do keep the old
Yeah.
accent, Karen. I do.
Oh, that is good timing.
Yeah,
Like how we're doing this, and like, yeah, that's
yeah.
okay. I can't wait to watch it. I can't
Thank
wait.
you. Thank
Um,
you.
but are you in for one?
Yeah,
After?
it's just the one. It's just the one.
Yeah.
I mean, sadly, Doctors is wrapping up. Like, so sad. Like, oh, our industry, like, it's just so hard at the
Was
moment.
that
You know,
was,
say again.
was you in Bristol filming? No?
No, Doctors is in Birmingham now.
Oh, I was thinking about
Was you thinking about
yeah,
Casualty?
I think actually I think it was,
Yeah.
yeah. It's so many of the
Oh, I
different
know.
like, but yeah, Casualties Cardiff. That's what I
Oh,
yeah
that's it.
yeah.
I played a drug addict on Casualty. I remember my granddad saying to me when he was alive, he was like, "Can you stop being typecast?" I was like, "Granddad, I don't do drugs." And he was like, "I know, but you always play these like horrible, like skanky characters." And I was like, "And it's called acting,
Yes,
darling."
like my job amazing. Okay, let me go.
Oh, thanks, Claire. Sorry, I'm reading some of
Oh,
the comments.
I love that. But I wanted to say now, before we kind of wrap it up. A couple of more questions because it's the 1st of Feb tomorrow. Valentine's Day is coming. I don't know if you want to say anything. I don't know if you've seen anyone. That's a no. What's your plans there? What's are you looking?
Boring. My plans on I'm single.
Are you asked?
I am single. But you know, there are a couple of people who I think very highly of and I'm open to. But at the moment we're just like, as the kids say, talking. But no, I'm very much single. I'm not really dating anybody. And I'm okay with that. My plans for Valentine's Day are I'm actually going to be in Manchester. I am delivering a keynote, so I'm a public speaker. So I'm delivering a keynote for a company called Emerson about the power of kindness and the power of words, because it's Random Acts of Kindness Day in a couple of weeks. So I'll be there in the day, and then I get back to London and I go straight to the massage company in Putney, and I'm treating myself to a massage for 80 minutes. And then I will come home, get my little pooch from my neighbours, and we will get in our pyjamas, or my pyjamas, and we will have a drink. And that's it. Like, I am so single and so like old and like can't wait for my PJs. It's untrue.
No, you're not old, honestly, darling. No. Never said that. It's just I always think it's like a number.
Yeah.
Just
But no, like I've had some toxic relationships and I've made no secrecy about it. Like complete narcissists and being screwed over, like taking money off me, cheating on me, like all sorts. So like I kind of was like, do you know what? I just need to like find me again.
yeah.
And I'm open to love. I don't think all men are awful. Uh, like far from it. Like I love male company. Like a lot of my best friends are men. But I just kind of wanted to like, I don't know if you know like how it feels, but sometimes if you've been burnt, you just need a little bit of time.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I told you a couple of things, didn't I? Privately. But yeah, I've been there. And I think I don't know, I look at life, I don't know, after you get hurt and cheated on, which I've been
Mm.
on, I just look at life completely differently. I'm with a new partner now, and it's just like a different experience, more fun.
Yay.
I take out. Do you know what? Right, just to let you know, I went out in Soho and we went to Freedom. Have you been here? Probably. Of
So
course, yeah.
many times in the day, so many times.
So many celebs going there, like we all know each other, like, or we just done like a premiere and we all rock up in there after. It's like,
Love it.
hello. But I took my friend and and she's straight, and I literally is a straight guy, and he was like a model. He was here for like London Fashion Week from Brazil.
Wow. And they got together.
Yep. So I'm a great wingman, just so you know.
Well, and that's the problem there. Like, I don't really like, I don't really go out. Like,
No, I know. I don't go out.
I do go out and I do meet people, but like those days of like going out are kind of like gone. And equally, I don't know if I want to. God, this is a bit deep. I don't know if I'm ready to like put myself out there in that scene. I want to meet somebody who isn't just about Soho life, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I just mean like I've moved past that. Like I lived in Soho for
Yeah.
so many years, and
Yeah.
I just want. Do you know what I want? I want somebody who is going to love me for me and accept that actually I'm a really strong woman and I know my own mind. And I think with the narcissist that I've been with, and I'm accountable, like I probably gave off that vibe of like wanting to please because I was so insecure. But I want somebody who's going to accept me as a woman who knows her own mind and not question it and not play mind games. Like, and I think even though I keep joking about turning 40, I actually think that's the joy of being 39, turning 40. Like at the moment, I am so at peace with everything. I can't tell you. And it's just a lovely feeling. And I hope everything goes well with your new
Oh yeah.
man. That's so nice.
Oh yeah. I'll keep you posted on that one. Yeah. He's good. Yeah. We've
It's great.
5 months, I think, or so now. 4 or 5 months. Yeah. I can't really remember the whole. Yeah, I think about 5 months is coming up to. Yeah. That's a
Yay!
typical guy. I can't remember any takes on my. Oh yeah, now it's. But like, yeah, because are you inside the apps, or do you prefer like, or do you prefer to meet people more in your industry? So, because that's another thing that was hard, I think, because
Mm.
understands our hours and our worth ethic when they're in the same industry. But then people say don't date anyone in your industry. So I'm like, how?
Like, which one do we do?
Well, what would be?
I don't do apps.
Huh?
I don't do apps.
No apps, but in your industry, then would you kind of go, or would you just kind of just feel the vibe and just see how it goes? Who went?
Do you know what? Like what exactly what you said. Like my dad will go, "Oh, you don't want to be dating an actor. You don't want to be dating an actor." But then in the next breath he'll be like, "Oh, but you need to be with somebody who's secure and will look after you." And then in the next breath it's like somebody else is saying, "Well, you want somebody normal," and it's like, "Well, what's normal anyway? Like normal doesn't exist." So I'm like, I go on what I feel
Yeah,
like, and that's I go on connection. I go on. I know red flags now as well. So as soon as I see a red flag, I'm like,
bye bye.
hi. So yeah, I kind of like I don't pigeonhole anybody. I am like open. Because the sound of other people makes it really hard to hear your own thoughts, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And you just got to go with the vibe, I think, and just you sometimes you just feel it's right, and then you feel like it's the right time with Alex.
Yeah.
It was like a big breakup for the other, you know. And then I did self healing,
Yeah,
and then
massively.
felt right, and it wasn't rushed. It was just like, me up here or there. It's not like it went into it every single day. It was like spread it, and it was like like a nice gradual build up.
Yeah.
I think that's important because people just
Finding
jump in.
love is hard and relationships are hard, and like I think it's important that I sit here with you and say I'm no different just because I'm on the telly and every now and again, and just because you might see me in a magazine or a newspaper, it don't mean like I've got suitors at my door and I'm like living the life of Raleigh. Like I'm just a normal human being. Like
Mm.
my mum always says we all go out the same old. Sorry, that was really rude. But we do, like, we're all the same,
Oh yeah,
like,
no, but
and I'm obsessed with the Kardashians. I mean, look at their life.
yeah, true. Yeah. But you are right though. I think some people, not everyone, but people do. You might have come across these people in your career. I don't know, but just either picture you as that character, and that's who you're going to be.
Yeah,
And it's just no, it's just that's your kind of work, and you're great at it. That's what you get. It's like that's not me, and
yeah.
so like so people just think that you're just this perfect person they see on TV,
No,
and
far
like
from
ah,
it.
tablet work number one. But darling,
Yeah.
honestly, it's been so good talking to you, and obviously we stay in touch. Like I know we have for like nearly a whole year, but for your 40th birthday, we have to plan
Yes,
something, especially when we're both choruses and we're both in May.
yes, please. I would love that. I would so love that. And and thank you. This has been really lovely. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope everybody watching has enjoyed it too. And I haven't waffled on too
No, I
much.
love that, and honestly, and I'm so happy that you were my first one of the
Yay!
series. I know, we got you, we got. But I will keep you posted when I on Monday. I'll be doing some stories of you when I watch Doctors. So
Oh,
great.
sweet. Thank you,
Have a
darling.
lovely evening, and I'll see you soon. Okay.
Lots of love.
Bye,
Bye,
love.
everybody. Bye.